Here's the good news, Georgia. You grow running backs like peaches. And by virtue of the fact that you're in the SEC East, you may very well land in the conference title game with or without your Heisman hopeful. As for Todd Gurley, while we await his fate after allegedly cashing in on his autograph, I continue to scratch my head about anybody justifying his actions if, in fact, of course, he did what he's accused of doing. Let's get a couple things out of the way here. Number one, like many of you, I too think it's absurd that a kid can't make money selling personal memorabilia or signing a mini helmet. Number two, the recent investigative pieces on FSU and Jameis Winston solidify that college football has way bigger fish to fry than this whole compensation for name and likeness thing. And number three, those memorabilia dealers preying on kids, complete unmitigated pond scum. Now, with that out of the way, let's address some of the hashtag Free Gurley arguments. Players aren't hurting anybody by taking the money. Now, the isolated act in and of itself, no, but if you get caught or you get suspended or expelled and your team starts losing because of it, you watch how quickly your teammates and your fans turn on you. It should be okay for players to take money and gifts from boosters, memorabilia hawkers, whomever, to help ease the family's financial burden. This is certainly an area that deserves sensitivity, and I don't want to dismiss anyone's good intentions, but differentiating between the players who need it and the players who want it is a bit of a slippery slope. And from a risk-reward perspective, you're obviously jeopardizing your eligibility. But my favorite, athletes make schools millions of dollars, but kids don't get squat. Correction, folks, they do get paid. And in fact, the University of Indiana just completed a study that estimated the value of a 4-year out-of-state scholarship is, wait for it, $250,000. Now that doesn't just encompass your run-of-the-mill tuition, room and board and books, but tutoring, medical services beyond the customary injury care, leadership and life skills training, summer school, computers and technology, and of course we can't forget the apparel. And in Gurley's case, the University of Georgia has reportedly covered $75,000 in insurance premiums for him the last 2 years. Again, keeping in mind a lot of these guys come from tough financial situations. Many of them wouldn't even be able to attend college without a scholarship. What does that mean? No platform for showcasing their skills and positioning themselves for an NFL payday. Couple quick responses to my Twitter friends. No, it's not a race thing. I shredded Johnny Football last year for the same thing. No, this isn't a media thing. I actually tend to defend athletes and advocate for second chances. It's not a rich versus poor thing. I grew up in a family that at times struggled to make ends meet. And it's not a you can't relate thing. I was fortunate enough to earn a full gymnastics scholarship. I knew how to follow the rules to keep it. There were no Heisman caliber temptations, mind you, but perks are always there for the taking. Look, I've heard Todd Gurley is a great kid, team first guy, treats people with respect. I appreciate all of that. But players, especially those at big-time football programs, get it pounded and pounded into their heads over and over again about the perils of caving to temptation. A rule is a rule until it's not a rule, which means you break it, you pay the price.